This new U.S. helicopter is changing the game in the skies. Did you know that the United States was the first who started producing combat helicopters? Did you know that American rotorcraft consistently rank among the top 10 best combat machines in the world? Today, I'm going to tell you about the most expensive helicopter in the US, worth billions of dollars. Are you ready? Then let's go. The Raider X comes with a ton of features, including intelligence gathering and a quick response to emerging threats. These capabilities significantly enhance the Army's potential to detect threats from a distance. On March 25, 2020, the military began implementing the Raider X and Bell 360 Invictus projects. The plan called for the creation and testing of flight prototypes by 2020. There will also be a demonstration flight in the fall of 2023. By that time, in February 2020, Sikorski had already started building the Raider X prototype. The Raider X, developed under the Future Attack Reconnaissance Aircraft Program, uses a powerful engine. The General Electric T901, developed under the Advanced Turbine Engine Program for use in modern and future helicopters. Based on the specs of its predecessors, like the S-97 and X-2, we can expect the Raider X's maximum speed to exceed 285 miles per hour, 460 kilometers per hour. It's expected to operate at altitudes over 9,000 feet, or 2,700 meters. The weight of the aircraft will be around 14,000 pounds, or 6,400 kilograms. The development and production of the airframe is handled by Swift Engineering. The crew cabin has two separate seats instead of the traditional tandem setup that's typical for American combat helicopters. The weapons and sensors are integrated into the design using a modular system, which allows for adaptation to future technologies and helps prevent obsolescence. However, on February 8, 2024, the U.S. military announced the cancellation of the next-generation Future Attack Reconnaissance Aircraft Program. This has replaced a potential multi-billion-dollar deal and put the long-term development of the military aviation at risk. Despite the fact that the Pentagon had already invested about $2 billion into the project and requested additional funding. For the next 5 years, the program was put on hold. In the end, the Raider X was unveiled in April 2024. However, Sikorski decided not to continue flight testing, stopping further engine tests. The H1Z Viper is a multi-role attack helicopter developed by Bell based on the H1W Super Cobra model. The main purpose of the H1Z is to provide fire support for infantry units on the battlefield, and also in support of transport helicopters during their mission. The prototype's first flight took place in December 2000. Upgraded engines, a new 4-blade composite rotor, advanced avionics, and a night vision system. The NTS makes the H1Z an effective tool for combat operations, even in limited visibility and challenging weather conditions. Helicopter pilots use convenient multifunctional LCD displays that are 6 by 8 inches in size to display information. The third-generation FLIR infrared surveillance system allows the operator to accurately identify targets from a distance. 5 miles. This system is a key component of the TSS observation and targeting complex, which also includes a low-level color television system, image intensification, a laser rangefinder, and a laser designator. The armor of the Minx protects the crew from small arms fire, ensuring safety in combat. The combat range of the H1Z is 124. The H1Z's arsenal includes a 197 Vulcan gun with 750 rounds, helmet-controlled, with a capacity of 750 rounds, controlled through a targeting mechanism built into the pilot's helmet. Under the helicopter's wings, there are 4 hardpoints that allow for the mounting of various types of armaments, such as the BGM-71 TOW anti-tank missiles, Hellfire missiles, 2.76-inch unguided rockets, GBU-55B bombs, Zunai rocket pods, and containers with a 6-barrel M134 machine gun, a 0.30 caliber minigun. Additionally, air-to-air missiles like the AIM-99L Sidewinder or anti-radiation missiles like the Sidearm can be mounted on the wingtips. The cost of one H1Z helicopter is $31 million. which places it among the most expensive machines in the U.S. arsenal. The project for the American military helicopter Bell H-70 Arapahoe was initiated by Bell Helicopter in 2006. The development of a light multipurpose helicopter began 2 years earlier, in 2004. To cut project costs, the company's specialists suggested using the design of the successful civilian model Bell 407 as a basis. One of the key issues with the helicopter was its poor maneuverability when landing on small pads. Despite its good maneuverability, because of these shortcomings, pilots needed high skills, which made the use of this model in the regular U.S. forces difficult. As a result, the designers at Bell Helicopter decided to upgrade and improve the helicopter. Subsequently, 3 more prototypes of the ARH-70 Arapahoe were created, but none of them met the required technical specifications. In the end, the project was shut down. However, in 2014, unconfirmed rumors surfaced about the revival of work on this military helicopter. Although neither Bell Helicopter management nor U.S. military authorities have officially confirmed these reports. According to the stated tactical and technical specifications, the ARH-70 Arapahoe helicopter could be equipped with the following armament: a .50 caliber machine gun for targeting personnel in light armored vehicles, 2 pods of unguided rockets for destroying heavy armored vehicles and clusters of enemy infantry. In addition, the helicopter could carry 8 people, including 2 pilots and 6 soldiers, or equivalent cargo equipment, which made it a versatile means of transportation. The helicopter was powered by a gas turbine engine, Honeywell HTS 902 970 horsepower, allowing the machine to reach speeds of up to 162 miles per hour and cover distances of up to 186 miles. I describe these and other helicopters in my Telegram channel, Unusual America, where I share the most incredible stories from life in the US and important news. Come on in, read, and subscribe. The Sikorski H34 is a light multi-role military helicopter developed by Sikorski Aircraft. Its mass production started in 1954 and continued until 1970. The main task of the helicopter was to carry out anti-submarine operations. For this purpose, it was equipped with machine guns, a set of unguided rockets, and could drop depth charges. However, as an anti-submarine aircraft, this helicopter didn't see widespread use. Instead, it was actively used until the mid-1980s as a fire support aircraft, as well as for search and rescue operations and reconnaissance. Thanks to its versatility, the Sikorski H34 helicopter found its place in civil aviation. Although a total of 2,108 units were produced, today only about 50 of them are still in operation, most of which are used specifically for civilian purposes. If needed, the Sikorski H34 helicopter can perform the functions of a light transport aircraft, carrying up to 3,748 pounds of payload or up to 18 passengers without any weapons on board. It was originally designed as a means of air suppression against the enemy. Thanks to good armor protection, but with the development of modern defensive weapons, it has become less effective. Although it was still used for patrolling. The helicopter is powered by a single-piston, radial engine, the Wright 1822-84, which has a power output of 1,525 horsepower, providing high payload capacity. The maximum flight speed is 173 miles. However, the range is limited, reaching only 183 miles depending on the weight of the cargo being carried. Over the years of production, the Sikorski H34 was made in more than 50 different modifications, many of which had limited production and were designed for specialized tasks. The Come-On CH2C Sprite is an American multi-role helicopter with development starting in 1956, at the initiative of the U.S. Navy. CH1 aircraft completed the design of the helicopter in 1959. The main task of this aircraft was to combat enemy submarines, as well as to carry out other missions, such as search and rescue operations and transporting small groups of people or cargo. The CH1 CH2C Sprite helicopter is quite large, which somewhat reduces its maneuverability. However, since this helicopter is not designed to engage fast targets, this aspect hasn't significantly affected its popularity. Among the American military. This aspect hasn't significantly affected its popularity for the American military. In addition to its primary mission of detecting and destroying submarines, the CH1 CH2C Sprite helicopter can also be used as a combat unit or as an air support platform. Its armament includes two 3.1-inch caliber machine guns, sets of anti-ship missiles, and anti-submarine torpedoes. This helicopter can carry up to 3,968 pounds of payload, making it suitable for transport tasks. There can also be 7 people on board, including 3 crew members and 4 additional passengers. Although it was hardly used for transporting people. The power plant of the CH1 CH2C Sprite helicopter consists of a General Electric T58GE8B gas turbine engine, which produces 1,525 horsepower. I want 525 horsepower. L.S. This allows the helicopter to reach speeds of up to 275 km per hour and cover distances of up to 670 miles, depending on the specific version and operating conditions. No matter where you are, in the sky or on the ground, it's important to follow the rules of the road. If you've been in a car accident in America and don't know what to do next, where to seek help, how to find a knowledgeable lawyer, how to get compensation if you don't have insurance. The company Accident America helped secure $21 million in compensation for its clients. Here, you'll definitely get answers to all your questions. The link is in the description. The Bell H1 Cobra is an American attack helicopter developed by Bell Helicopter in 1965. Work on the project began in 1962, and just 3 years later, in 1965, the first test flight of the prototype took place. In 1967, after successfully completing tests, the helicopter went into mass production, where it remains to this day, thanks to its outstanding combat capabilities. Specifications. The helicopter's armament varies depending on the modification and includes 2 paired caliber machine guns. 0.3-inch. For engaging personnel and light armored targets, 2 rocket pods. For providing air support or attacking enemy armored vehicles, and 1 0.8-inch automatic aircraft cannon. For taking out light armored targets or aircraft. The helicopter crew consists of 2 people, the pilot and the gunner. The Bell H1 Cobra helicopter is powered by a Lycoming T53L13 gas turbine engine, which produces 1,100 horsepower. This allows the helicopter to reach a maximum speed of up to 217 miles per hour and cover a distance of up to 357 miles. The Lockheed H56 Cheyenne is an American attack helicopter developed by Lockheed Corporation in 1967. The development of the helicopter began in the early 1960s when the U.S. Armed Forces needed an effective and affordable combat aircraft. The first tests of the helicopter took place in September 1967. The Lockheed H56 Cheyenne model has good flight and combat characteristics, but its large size reduces maneuverability, which sometimes made it difficult to effectively counter large enemy forces. The helicopter's armament includes a 1.6-inch grenade launcher, a 3.0-inch caliber machine gun, a 1.2-inch automatic aircraft cannon, a set of unguided rockets for hitting ground targets, and a set of guided missiles for engaging ground targets. The helicopter's crew consists of 2 people, a pilot and a gunner. Since the helicopter is classified as an attack aircraft, transporting people and cargo on board is not possible. The power plant of the Lockheed H56 helicopter has a GE T64 GE16 turbine, 3,925 horsepower, 1925 horsepower. It reaches max speed of 242 L.S. This allows the helicopter to reach a maximum speed of up to 242 miles. The maximum flight range is 1,224 miles, 1,970 kilometers, which provided a significant range. And it was an important advantage of this aircraft. Although the project was soon cancelled, 10 units of this attack helicopter were produced. Today, they are part of museum collections. It's surprising that during World War II, helicopters hadn't yet played a role as a strike combat force. Active research and development in helicopter construction in the US only began in the second half of the 20th century. The arms race with the USSR stimulated significant investments in the creation of new types of military weapons. In military technology, American designers presented the world with a number of outstanding models of rotary wing aircraft. And that's all for today, everyone. Bye-bye.